Hey everyone. Thanks for coming tonight. I'm Linda McClellan, RN, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about essential oils and how to help with healing in the home, how you can be the healer in the home, and a lot of other holistic, remedies and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I do have a PowerPoint that goes along with this class, which will make it easier to follow along. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about virtual holistic happy hour because I am doing one of these on Thursday night in person. So you definitely are welcome to come if you are in the Fuquay-Varina area. And it will be very similar information, but it will also be in person. So that's always kind of fun. All right, so let's get started. So my name is Linda McClellan. I've been an RN for more than 25 years. It just goes really super quick. And let me see here. I got into essential oils not really as a business. I actually got into them because one of my daughters was looking for a lot of GI support. She actually was diagnosed with leaky gut. I have twin daughters. One got sick, one didn't. The only difference between the two was antibiotics, and antibiotics can actually create leaky gut. Also, glyphosate can help create leaky gut. So there's many things out there that can set us up where the junctions of the gut come apart. And we don't want that to happen. We want, to be able to have a really clean gut. And our guts, everything operates out of it. So you definitely want to keep your gut as healthy as possible. So if you ever do have to take antibiotics in your life, make sure you follow up with probiotics they say if you're on antibiotics for 2 weeks, you need to do it like 6 months to a year. Because your good bacteria in the gut, you want to make sure it's better than the bad bacteria in the gut. So, so I did get into this to help my own daughter. And then I was able to just start sharing her story. And a lot of people wanted what we had. So I just really felt led to do the business. I still work as a nurse every other weekend at Wake Med Raleigh campus with moms and babies, still love it. But we need conventional health for some things, but definitely not for everything. So I do these scans. This is called the Zytoscan. So I did open up a company 5 years ago and call it Zytoscans just to make sure that people know they can get a Zytoscan. And what is a Zytoscan? So it can tell you through a simple hand cradle scan there, like I'm doing for that woman there, what is going on at the cellular level. And so it is amazing to know that because blood, urine, and stool testing for my daughter was showing nothing. And although she didn't have the scan, we did get her diagnosed with leaky gut through a stool study. So you can find a lot out through holistic doctors, but they're extremely expensive for everything is like a la carte. So you get the $500 test. Then we had twins. We had to do another $500 test just to make sure. And then there's other supplements. So it's very pricey. And a Zytoscan is very affordable and can tell you essential oils, like what essential oils and supplements will help balance the body. So a Zytoscan is amazing. It is FDA approved. And then we check progress in 3 months to see how everyone's doing. All right, so then let me go ahead and move down to the next screen. Let's see here. All right, so it's all about you guys because I have had wins with the oils many a time. And also I've had wins with like supplements with oils in them. They have like supplements with frankincense and things. And frankincense, if you go to pubmed.gov, it can help shrink tumors. So some of the information tonight is really amazing. And this is what I heard, 7 years ago when I got started. It really gave me a hunger for truth and figuring out why oils are all the deal. They are in the Bible 600 times, so they're definitely used by, people for centuries. So what would you like to address? Digestive issues, headaches, allergies, stress, anxiety, energy, stamina, sleep, or blood sugar regulation. There's always a couple for me. Each time I look at that, I'm like, yes and yes. So there's the modern approach or the natural approach. The modern approach is conventional healthcare designed to manage symptoms made from isolated synthetic agents. There are side effects from prescription drugs, known and unknown. Some of them can really hurt us and could cause death. So you really have to be careful what you're taking. 6.5 trillion spent a year on global health care. And the question is, are we healthier? And then there's the natural approach, which has been around for centuries, addresses body's needs, roots, causes, extracts from plants, root, stem, trees, enhances wellness, and is safe, benefits without side effects. And a lot of times, a lot of these oils have side benefits. Like if you use frankincense on your face for wrinkles and you do it under the eyes, you can also get wins with less inflammation in the eye. So some people actually having better vision. So there's just amazing benefits. All right, so there are three cool things about essential oils. They're 100% natural and safe, nothing added to it, nothing taken away. They're simply extracts from plants, root stem trees with health benefits. They are 50 to 7% more powerful than herbs. So nothing against herbs. I think herbs and oils together, that is a winning combination. And doTERRA does. They are the #1 essential oil company in the world. So that's why I did go with them. There was 5 people that left Young Living to create doTERRA. And I read the court case and I was like, I think I'm going to go with doTERRA. They're in 110 countries. They source wherever the oil was first discovered. So say frankincense is from the Middle East and not harvested like in our country. So their soils are going to be super clean. There's no heavy metals over there. It's just things like that that really make a difference. I want to know when I'm buying my oil for my own body, there's not going to be impurities in it. So they bonus the farmers of over there or wherever, like say the lavender is from France. So of course they're going to go ahead and bonus the farmers there as well. So over in Europe, they don't allow glyphosate. So that is awesome, or in Israel. So that's great. So peppermint's the first oil we're going to talk about tonight. And if you were with me, I would actually be offering you a drop in your hand. So pretend I'm right there with you and put your hand out. And if you have peppermint, you can use it now, but you rub your hands together and you're just going to go ahead and do cupping. And you breathe it in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And in 22 seconds from the olfactory nervous system to limbic system in the brain sends messages all over our body to actually have more energy, clear breathing. You can use it to cool the body. It helps with like hot flashes, things like that. It can help with fevers, relieves head tension. It's just my favorite. You can actually put a drop in your water and drink it down. It really helps with gut, digestion, things like that. And you can also tap this on your head to help with headaches and things. So it's really great. So the next cool thing about essential oils is that they are more effective. There's a picture of a cell there, and we have trillions of cells in our body. And so just know that, if it's a synthetic pharmaceutical and over the counter that you would buy at, say, Walmart, that pharmaceutical will help some, or that over the counter will help some, but it's not going to go into the cell where the bacteria is. So there's some oils that actually can help viruses. And we're told that if we go to the doctor that, go home, get rest with a virus like they did with COVID. But actually with oils, this On Guard, it does promote healthy immune function. So they have a whole lot of On Guard products like On Guard soft gels, On Guard oil. There's one called On Guard Plus, which actually has Melissa essential oil. So this On Guard plus the Melissa is really awesome at combating, viruses, which, I never heard of this in the conventional world. So very thankful that, and even though I'm a nurse, I was open to learning more, and thankful that, these lovely doctors that used to be conventional went over to the holistic side and are creating a lot of lovely oils, and they do clinical research on them and let us know what the truth is about the oils. But you can actually use this oil. There's 250 drops in each bottle, so they do last a long time because you only need 1 or 2 drops per serving. But you can put some in hot tea, helps soothe a sore throat. You can use cleansing for hands. I did a DIY in my home last winter with some folks, and we did On Guard cleaner for the hands, and everybody went home with one for $5. It was really a great tool. It also just is great for, you cleaning. You could create a cleaning spray for it too. But it does cross into the cellular, membrane of the cell and make a change immediately. So whenever I first started with the oils, I would get a sore throat and I would simply gargle with it. I lost my voice one time as soon as I got into this world. And I think after a couple of days of gargling, my voice came back. And I thought it was going to be gone for weeks. And now that I know what to do with the oils, as soon as I feel even a little bit like my voice is going, I go ahead and start taking it internally to prevent the problem because you kind of know what's coming next. So it's great to prevent things with this, especially if you're around people that are sick all the time. Totally recommend this oil or the supplement with the oil in it. It really helps not getting sick. You don't want to get sick if at all possible. All right. And then, and I should mention also the On Guard. Some people in the whole world right now are taking this because there is the problem with lettuce in our country right now. There is supposedly some type of parasite or something in the lettuce. So this has clove in it. So that's been awesome for a lot of people just drinking in their water. You only need to put like 1 drop per 4 ounces in there. So the third cool thing about oils, essential oils are, pure essential oils, they are more affordable. They're more affordable than traditional medical care because there is 250 drops in the bottle, and you only need 1 or 2, drops per dose. And like the peppermint, it's like $26, but you would have that for months. And this one is like, I think like 38. Lavender is like 29, I believe, but you have them for a long time. It's not like you're going to use 250 drops all at once. But they're pennies per dose. You save hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs. So here's an example that I was given. I like to tell people about what we first started using it for. So if there's like an ear infection or there's a UTI, and it's like an ear infection or UTI, and you just need the coverage. You don't need to really go see the doctor unless it's something really bad. And then, of course, go see the doctor for sure. But to be able to heal in their home, you would actually have the lavender in your home and say tea tree for ear infections. And then you take 2 drops out of the bottle of lavender and 2 drops out of the bottle of tea tree, put on a cotton ball, hold it over your ear or the child's ear. Like if this has to be done within, a day's time of finding out that there's a problem with the ear canal. Because if you do it 2 weeks later, you might actually need some other oils to help combat the inflammation that's built up. But if you catch it right away, you can help in just overnight, taping that cotton ball to the ear. And then, it really helps with balancing out. So the body gets the credit for the healing, but the oils actually help balance the balancers for the body. So those 2 oils and those drops would cost like 32 cents versus having to get up in the middle of the night, going to an emergency room, getting diagnosed, paying the doctor fee, then going to the pharmacy, paying that bill. And then you have the antibiotic to have to take probiotics after the, antibiotic to help, to heal the gut again. So lavender is also used for burns. I actually accidentally burned part of my hand today, and I was like, oh my gosh, where's my lavender? So you simply need to have the lavender almost in your kitchen at all times, which I know a lot of people have it in their bedroom because you can make a spray for your pillows and things. But it's really calming to the body for the burns. So I just put a lot of lavender right on there, and I actually had this ointment and that I used with it from doTERRA. And so this ointment and the lavender was able to get the burn to go away. I don't even feel it anymore. So it's great. I do use it at bedtime too. It's calming for the mind. It's an antihistamine. I used to get rashes all the time from being a nurse in the hospital with the mask on. And it was really calming for the skin. I actually got rashes. And so I would put Manuka honey and a couple drops of lavender on my face at night and would help the rash to go away. So that was amazing. I also used an essential steroid recipe, and that would be frankincense, turmeric, and ginger, 3 drops of each in a veggie cap. and that I needed too. So I did something topically and internally to help my body get back in balance from these rashes I would get. So those are the three cool things about essential oils, that they are safer, they're more effective, and they're actually more affordable than conventional medicine. And then there's three ways to use essential oils. So the first way to use oils is going to be aromatic. So they really can affect your mood positively. So say you were with me and did that peppermint at the beginning, you still would probably have it on your hands right now and be able to smell it. So I can still smell it on my hands. And so let me tell you, like, it really can support your respiratory system too. So say that you had a child or yourself with a breathing problem and you couldn't catch your breath, so you were like an asthmatic person, you could actually use an oil called Breathe and has eucalyptus in it. And because it's 50 to 7% more powerful than an herb, it actually can help stop the problem of like not being able to breathe. You may need a little frankincense on your chest too, if you do have asthma, because that really does help stop, the tension in your chest from, not being able to breathe right. So frankincense on the chest and the Breathe essential oil would be great for, helping combat the asthma problems. But also, aromatic use is well known in the dental world. So if your dentist ever did a procedure on you, sometimes they don't do injections, they actually just give you laughing gas. And so laughing gas is the same thing as aromatic use, but it's aromatic use in the oil water is going to be holistic versus the doctor using the laughing gas. But it's very supportive to all of our systems, and it's the quickest way to get into our body. So topical use is going to be the second way. And you can definitely dilute with fractionated coconut oil for best results because it actually carries the oil into the body. And there are localized benefits. Definitely we're going to talk about internal use in a minute, but topical use is awesome. There's an oil called Deep Blue for pain. And when you put it on your body, it's kind of warm and then it gets cold. And so it's awesome because these oils actually are medicinal for our bodies and create heat and move toxins out. And they actually localize benefits like, getting somebody from a pain of like, say, 10 out of 10 down to 5 out of 10. And then if you do like, say, turmeric or some other anti-inflammatory oil, you could make your pain go down even farther. So it's just amazing what you can do with the pain oils. All right, so then talk about topical use. Oh, and the topical use is safe for babies on the bottoms of their feet, even, or on their gut. You could do digoxin oil. Digoxin is, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but it's for GI systems, blockages, and things like that. Like if you're constipated or diarrhea, it neutralizes the gut and helps it move, better, whether it's for constipation or diarrhea. It just neutralizes your gut. But internal use is actually my favorite. We were on a lot of different things from a holistic doctor where he put us on like antiparasitics and antifungals and all these different medicines. And they were working some, but not totally. And I didn't realize that our bodies do need something from the earth because we're from the earth and also the oils are from the earth. So even though ivermectin, for instance, is awesome, it cannot replace an essential oil because it's just not made from the earth. It's still a pharmaceutical. It's holistic pharmaceutical, but still, you can look it up. It just doesn't work as well as an oil. Internal use, you can use it in water. 1 drop in water is great. Say frankincense or lemon essential oil in warm water is great. It really helps to detox the liver. You can put it in veggie caps. Here's a veggie capsule. Things that kind of like a compound pharmacy would use. Very inexpensive. They're $4.50 for like 120 veggie capsules that you simply open up and put your concoction. So if you were working on the rash essential oil recipe with me, I would have to do 3 drops of frankincense, turmeric, and ginger, so 9 drops in a veggie cap, and take it down. And that really does help with rashes and kind of autoimmune type things. I've also done it under my tongue, and that's a great way to get it, just like you would, like, I know Phenergan in the hospitals, a lot of times A lot of people are just getting instant support with nausea. So that's great with pharmaceuticals, but oils can help the same way. Copaiba is like that for me. I use that for stressful situations. I put a couple drops under my tongue, and this acts like CBD without the THC. So it's just great to actually take better health in like very affordably and very quickly. All right, so we're going to talk about a few of the oils. Adaptive is one of my favorite. This is actually on a BOGO this week. There's some BOGOs this week, so I definitely want to talk to you about that at the end. This is all week long, where you can buy, like, say, Adaptive and get another oil for free. So it's great. This one is kind of similar to a serotonin replacement medicine for depression or anxiety. doTERRA did 2.5 years of research on what would help us with nervous feelings, improve sustained attention while easing the mind, inhaling deeply. So you inhale it deeply to calm the heart and mind. We can put this over the heart in a roller ball, cannot take that internally, but it really helps. See how on the bottle it would have the A and the T to let people know there's no I, so you cannot take it internally. They do have adaptive soft gels that are meant for internal use, and that's great for usage for depression, anxiety, just any kind of like stressful time you're in life. Copaiba, that's one I just talked about, one of my favorite. It's for aromatic use, topical and internal. So this is amazing because it does help with aches and pains. It settles the body down for sleep, and it calms the entire nervous system. So it hits the same nervous receptors as CBD, but it doesn't have the THC in it, so it doesn't cause us to have a high, which is great. There is Citrus Bliss. This is like a pure fume. I know it says perfume here, but perfume is toxic and pure fume is Citrus Bliss. This is the most alkaline oil they have. This one is great for uplifting times, promotes feelings of cheerfulness. Do it in a detox bath. You can get a cup of Epsom salts, cup of baking soda, and you can actually do a couple drops of Citrus Bliss in that substance and just go ahead and soak in it for 20 minutes and then rehydrate with 8 ounces of water. And then you're going to want to rinse off in the shower because it does, that detox bath will help you get some heavy metals out. It'll just really help with detoxing the whole body. So Citrus Bliss is my favorite for detox baths. Lemon essential oil really helps in the body. Cleanser for the body, cleanser for home. So you pick a couple drops in the morning in 48 ounces of water. First thing every morning, it will really help to start to clean out the liver. It helps to shrink kidney stones. Of course, if you had a big one, you probably need to have it out in the commercial way at the hospital. But I will say if you keep doing the lemon, you can help prevent future issues because you're making your body more alkaline. Cleanser for home. This is great at getting sticky things off the counters. If you've made something and you've really, taken over the kitchen and there's stickiness left, this takes off stickers and all those things. It's just awesome. You would just do like, say, 10 drops versus 8 ounces of water, like distilled water, and it really helps to clean up your environment. I would also recommend doing On Guard oil with the lemon because those two, like On Guard, can kill up to 99.9% of our, pathogens. So that and the lemon is just a great tool for us to use. And then when we're cleaning, we're not inhaling chemicals. We're actually inhaling oil. So we're getting a aromatic, a benefit whenever we're cleaning around our house. All right, so Deep Blue is the one for topical use. You can diffuse it, but really topical is really the way to go. Soothing aching muscles and joints, eases head tension. So people with headaches can use it, aching muscles and joints. So topical, you would put it wherever it hurts. You can make a roller ball out of it. They do have a cream ointment. It's white with the Deep Blue in it, and that works out super well too. A lot of people come into doTERRA looking for pain relief, and so they'll do something topically, and then they could take, say, frankincense internally, or turmeric internally, or ginger. All those three simply help with, internal pain as well. All right, so breathe. This is the one that I was talking about that really can help with, you know, asthmatic issues. So breathing better, you simply put a drop in your hand, rub your hands together, and use it as a breathing treatment. And the eucalyptus that's distilled, 50 to 7% more powerful than a herb, really helps to promote clear breathing day and night. It also has lemon in it and just things to help break down congestion. So you could make a rollerball out of this and roll it on your chest or your child's chest, whoever's can't breathe appropriately for allergies or colds. And really, it just really helps like Bengay, but it's not Bengay. It's not toxic at all. And you get 250 drops in the bottle. So this lasts a long time, but it does help to, to open lungs and sinuses. You can make a rollerball and use it over the nose, the bridge of the nose, helps with snoring. Definitely you can diffuse it. And it's great for babies that like they have everything small. If they have like all their sinus passageways are small. So if you wanted to diffuse that for the babies in the homes, that would be great, or young children or any child really. It really helps to just open up their lungs and have a better sleep. So balance, this is one of the ones on the BOGO this week, used for relaxing massage. It has frankincense in it. It's the grounding blend. So it makes you feel like, you're outside. It calms for the mind and body. Wind Diffuse provides a tranquil aroma. So this one is great. It has frankincense and some of the other earthy oils, or aromatic and topical use. Frankincense, the king of the oils, promotes calm feelings. It's anti-aging. I use it every night with castor oil on my face. You can actually get castor oil patches and use frankincense over different parts of your body. You can shrink lumps and bumps. Dr. Barbara O'Neill is one person I follow, and she talks about frankincense and castor oil doing those two together, and it really amplifies the effects on the body. But frankincense internally, you can use it sublingually. It helps decrease inflammation, helps cells perform optimally. So that's something I take every day, just every day. It's great. Digestion. This is the one we first started with. It relieves upset stomach, motion sickness, nausea. Use at meal times for improved digestion. So say if you have constipation or diarrhea, you can make a roller ball with this or put it in 1 drop in water. And it works so super quick, y'all, like 10 minutes if you're using it in a roller ball, like to have, like, say, chronic constipation move. And then you just have a bowel movement, which is great. And I would say quicker if you take it internally in, like, say, 1 drop in 4 ounces of water. And it really helps, say, some of those cramping symptoms to just move aside. It just calms the GI system down. So that's one is awesome. All right, so castor oil packs, you can warm 1 to 2 tablespoons in your hands and apply, say, frankincense with this castor oil on it. And you can cover with a cloth and place a heating pad on top of it if you like. But there's different oils that are really popular to do this with right now. Revitazine. Revitazine oil is one that is going to help with cleaning out the liver, the kidneys, the large intestine. So this is great for gut use. Geranium is awesome for hormonal use, but it's very soothing, comforting, and supports detoxification. And our ancestors used to use castor oil all the time. All right, so what creates disease in the body? There's nutrient disease nutrient deficiency because we're not getting the same nutrients in our food that we used to. Our foods are just not as pure. We just had that big thing about the lettuce, and I don't know what's next, but we definitely need to look at our sources of where we're purchasing, not always go to the grocery store and maybe get some things from a farmer. There's also one online I can definitely recommend called Azure, Azure standard, and they're out west, but they deliver all different types of food right to your home, and they're a glyphosate-free farm. So, I'm just trying to get creative and getting my food different places. Inflammation in the body can be caused because of, all different things, stress, toxic overload. So definitely we all are in the same boat. We just need to figure out how to live our lives as healthy as possible. So there are types of inflammation. Different types are autoimmune diseases, cardiovascular diseases, neurodegenerative, GI headaches. There's going to be lung diseases, metabolic disease like blood sugar issues, some types of cancer, mental illness, joint pain, all that causes inflammation. All right, so then we definitely want to, let me try to get to the next slide. Let's see here. Okay, so the next slide talks about vitamins or minerals, and 95% of us are deficit in vitamin D. So we try to get sun every day, right? But we can't get enough sun to do it. So we definitely need to take a supplement of vitamin D and a good source as well, but say D3, vitamin E, 94% of us are deficit, magnesium, a lot of us can't sleep right. And magnesium could be a problem because they don't have enough sources of magnesium in the body. Vitamin A deficit, 57%, calcium, 49% deficit, vitamin C, 43%. But this is 19 years and older, so we definitely need to do a better job. So toxic load to the body can come from let me go back to the slide. Okay, medications, toxic food, toxic homes, heavy metals. Mother can even pass it on to their babies through the cord. Home and personal care products, toxic environments, stress, perceived or real, negative thinking, negative relationships, trauma, current and past. But when does the bucket overflow? Then it shows symptoms of toxicity. And at this point, most patients see a doctor and are prescribed medications, and it creates more problems for their body when they get more pharmaceuticals. So what's in your supplements or that supplement on the, in the Walmart or wherever you're getting your supplements? You could be getting them online, but I have found, because, I've been with doTERRA like 7 years, that if you pair nutrients with essential oils, it dries them in the body. Whereas all of these at Walmart, all contaminants were detected in all of them. So, when you're taking supplements, you want it to help your body, not hurt your body. So you really need to be a good investigator and looking at the backs of the bottles and knowing what's in them. And then, there's 3 leading memory supports that only one they found was okay and not a problem. So what are your top 3 health concerns? Really search deeply and think about that tonight. Is that yourself, your GI system? We had a problem with that with one of our daughters. Or is it are you getting sick all the time? Does your immune system really hit? Are you sick, too much of your life? What are your top 3 things? Pain. Just write them down and look for answers tonight. So doTERRA does have different starter kits. Totally recommend. This is the full size. Actually, this is the small kit for $165. They actually have a less expensive price for it. It's $135 if you don't need a diffuser. So that's the great thing, because all those oils I showed you tonight, a lot of them, the top 10 at least, they are in the 30s or 40s, but they have this special deal of say 135 for all 10 of them. If you have a smaller amounts, they give 100 drops of each of the oils, which I love because 135 is, more affordable for anybody who wants the top 10 essential oils. All right, so they do have the bigger kit. If you do want 250 drops in the bottle, like we were talking about, you can get the bigger kit for $275. So that's great. And you do get points on these things. So you can get points and for products for the next month, say. So we did want to talk about vitamins, minerals, and greens. So this is it's been around for a couple of years. It's vitamins, minerals, and greens plus essential oils. This is the green drink that I drink every day. And it comes in different assortments, but totally recommend. This is a package they have on the website. I think it's around $250 to get the top 10 oils and all of this. And if you price them separately, it would be so much more money. So it's really great that they package things together. Often on the website, you'll find kits like that. And so it's great to, buy those packaged like that. But it does help provide essential vitamins and minerals to help fill the gap between the diet and recommendations in order to help meet nutritional goals. So there's also canister vitamins, which are great. And they are actually more affordable. They're $88 for the 3 of them, but if you would buy them individually on the website, it would be $50 each. So they really do offer great savings when you do buy them as kits. So it's great. And say this one helps with healthy cell function. The omega helps with joint, cardiovascular, and brain health, and then supports healthy immune function. It has all the regular vitamins you're used to, like A, C, D, B3, all those. All right, so I did want to make sure, let you know that they have done clinical research on the vitamins with doTERRA, which I love because I used to work for GlaxoSmithKline in my 20s, believe it or not, and they did so much clinical research on their pharmaceuticals. So I love clinical research. It just proves a lot about if something's going to work, right? So for 2 months, this was a clinical study on their canister vitamins. And statistically significant improvements were found in blood lipids, fasting insulin, cardiovascular biomarkers, reduced triglyceride levels in the blood, cellular inflammation, and then positive effects on biochemical indicators, cardiovascular health, antioxidants, lower inflammation, so lower pain, blood glucose regulation, so blood sugar supported, overall improvement with mental clarity, energy, motivation, control, balance, and happiness. So they actually have a money back guarantee that if you don't feel better mood, less pain, and just more energy, that they will give you your money back. So that's an awesome deal. I would say do it over a 90-day period because I think 90 days is half the life of a cell. Our cells last 180 days. So I would do it for 90 days and just see if you feel better in all ways. So what percentage has diabetes increased in America since 1960? So you can see that it's gone way up. It's just like so many people have it. And they did change our wheat in the 1950s. So they took the protein out of it. There's a book called Wheat Belly you can buy and read or get it online for free audio. I think Libby, if you are local to me, Libby is the Wake County School public library system. You can get it and listen to it on there. But it's really amazing because like as soon as they took the protein out of our wheat, the blood sugar spikes. We actually have more spiking in our blood sugar if we eat bread than actual sugar itself, which is crazy. But in Europe, they didn't change their wheat. So if we go to Europe, we're not going to have that blood sugar spike there. So, but just look at that. It's just gone up so much since the 1950s. And then the blood sugar people that really have blood sugar, only 6.8 of the population have optimal cardiometabolic health. That means that 93% of Americans do not have optimal cardiometabolic health. So that has to do with blood sugar and also with the heart. So there is this MetaPower. MetaPower is grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, cinnamon, ginger. It helps prevent the biggest blood sugar spike of the day, and it's in the collagen. They do have different products with it in, but this is the one I love to use first thing in the morning because it really drives my cells to try to prevent the blood sugar spike throughout the day. It supports lean muscle, connective tissues, improves skin elasticity, firmness, and as we all age up there, a lot of us need it just for daily support because our body can't make as much collagen as we age up there. So it really helps our lifespan to equal our health span. So as long as we live, so to speak, say you live to be 95, so you day that you pass, you're still able to do everything you can at the age you are right now. But it's really an awesome product. There's some before and afters here in this picture, on this page of like people who, lost weight because it's basically a weight loss support too. They don't say that it's weight loss, but it's just supportive because of the blood sugar balance. If you're not spiking, your whatever you're eating can be helped to be controlled. Here's some more pictures of other people who took it before and after. Skin issues help clear up the collagen. Here's Lily, her before and after transformation. So it's really great what you can do. Here's another skin one before and after. So this collagen also has something called NAD in it. And so it's offered at IV hydration clinics. So this is also another way to get it in your body every day. It helps. We start losing NAD in our body when we're 25. So by the time we're 50, then you've lost 50% of your NAD. So this helps replace it, and you need NAD to be alive. So they proved that. So it's awesome to take it as a supplement. So after 5 months of using the collagen, this is what she looked like. You can see the difference in like the eyes, even her sparkle is back in her skin tone. Maybe she has makeup there, but still she looks a lot better. But the eyes are amazing. All right, so there's also a university, Roseman University of Health Sciences. They concluded that the therapeutic potential of essential oils is highly dependent upon the complete sourcing, composition of the oil, sourcing, processing, and characterization are critical. They said essential oils from different competitors had minimal effects versus doTERRA. So that's why I love doTERRA, because they're truly medicine in your house, which is what I'm all about that. Metabolic health support, healthy inflammatory responses. It helps, relieve a lot of things with cell growth and rejuvenation. So they're affordable. You can look at the pricing per drop per day for the On Guard, frankincense, lemon. So these can really help the body perform at its best. The lavender we talked about before, 250 drops in the bottle, 1 to 2 drops is a total dose. So really it's awesome to know that oils are not expensive. You can have the top 10 essential oils in your home for like $135, which is great. That includes frankincense, but they're just at 100 drops. All right, so let me go to this cell membrane picture. Again, that oils could cross the cellular membrane. So if there is a bacterial infection, they're going to help a lot quicker. Now, if you do have a really bad infection, you do need to get the antibiotics because you might need to do that sometimes and then help prevent future problems with oils after you're done with an infection. All right, so we are part of a movement to create a healer in every home. So definitely, if you want to take part, or if you want this, you could help me host a class in your home or even online. The fall is a better time to do it. Right now, a lot of people are on vacation, but this little 8 top oils can be given to you if you ever want to host a class. It's awesome. I have these oils with me all the time. Also, if you do have an account with doTERRA or need one, as soon as you get one, you can actually share a link and earn points for sharing a link for something you really love and get points for more free products. So it's a great thing. You also can become a wellness advocate like myself. We all need a side hustle in today's world because we all know that so many costs have gone up. So we are the largest oil company in the world, most tested, most trusted oils in the market, used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. doTERRA is in some hospitals near Nashville. Not to use internally, but at least for topical and also, I think not topical yet either, but just diffusing. So we'll take it. Any kind of gain in that area is great. Ethically and sustainably sourced. We work directly with the farmers, 120 plus markets open. Compensation plan is genius. It's just great. High retention of 65% customer loyalty. So whenever, they do buy oils, they want to keep buying them because they see wins. Some people buy monthly and some people buy like every other month, but it's great. Privately owned company, so they aren't traded on the New York, in downtown New York, like a lot of companies are. Incredible ownership team. I've met a lot of them. They're really nice people. They mortgage their homes to have doTERRA in our world. So I'm very thankful to them. So how do you make money with doTERRA? I often give people some samples, or I give them a scan, which is how I started this, class tonight, telling you about scans. So I either sample them with the oils, I've offered them a scan. We do teaching classes like tonight or Thursday, and I'm doing another one. You enroll, but you also have to educate a lot because a lot of people can slide backwards to the whole, pharmaceutical world again if they don't understand how to, get a book for essential oils and get some essential oils and start just using them and getting wins. So you definitely need support. So never feel bad reaching out. That's what I did to learn as much as I've learned in the past 7 years. So the income potential is huge. You can make, if you do want to be a wellness advocate, like say $300 or $500 a month in this stage, and then it just keeps on going up to, $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month, 9,000, up and up and up. And so it's just great to know that, This is a very cool outreach to people. You can make a ton of money. You just gotta like never quit and always stay focused that a lot of people need what we have found to really help their health. So how much time is involved? If you just want your oils paid for, 3 to 5 hours a week, host a class, share with some friends, or you want to supplement your income 5 to 15 hours a week, or you want to replace your income 15 to 30 hours a week. I still work as a nurse in the hospital every other, week, but my income in the oil world is coming up to meet it. So I love it that it's just, I don't have to work as much in the hospital. It's been great. So could this work for me? Well, if you're passionate about oils and helping people and love people, and can you follow a system? Because there are cool systems to get things done. And also, if you're a get things done person like myself, it's just like, okay, you understand what to do to help people get those in the home. So what is the next step? So if you have a wholesale account, we just upgrade it and you have to spend $100 a month to be commissionable. But at the 100 mark, you're just not spending as much in other companies. I know we switched over from Amazon products to doTERRA, which is a lot more pure. So reach out for help. We plug you into all the training resources. There's so much there. So you start making your list of people that need this information in a class, and we can first house a class and just go after it to help as many people as possible. So the Zytoscan, what is the Zytoscan? So you simply put your hand on this hand cradle and it helps you know about your detoxification system, your GI system, hormonal system, immune system. We also peek into what is causing imbalance in lifestyle areas of diet, nutrition, hydration, inflammation, mental, emotional stress, sleep, and toxic stress. And so here's a little, bars of like what could show up on your Zytoscan. So, it does talk about, different systems can be in the red, or say maybe heavy metals are in the body there, or parasites, or say down here, this could be something with emotions. We just don't know what's going to be your major ones. Is your inflammation in the red? Are your hormones in the red? Is your, hydration in the red? It just goes over all of that. And then we actually know like which toxin is interfering. Could it be heavy metal? Could it be glyphosate? Could it be mold? It actually shows some 195 possibilities of things that are not good in the body. All right, so the blocks of the body could be all those things we just talked about, and they could be blocking all these different organs in the body, like liver, kidney, cardiovascular system, gallbladder, large and small intestine. But Cytotechnology utilizes a highly sophisticated biofeedback system that measures the body's GSR, galvanic skin response, and it sends through this process involves sending small electrical impulses through the cytokine cradle and analyzing how the body reacts to different virtual stimuli. These responses are collected and processed to generate a detailed wellness report that highlights biological currents with various items such as nutritional supplements, essential oils, and lifestyle factors. I've been doing Cytoscans for almost 6 years, and it's been a game changer. We still look at essential oil recipe books, but you can compare the essential oil recipe books and what you might do for your body with actual true biofeedback from these scans. So I love to use those together. So you do get 6 Zytoscan reports when you do a Zytoscan, 20-page wellness report, a T-scan, vertebrae scan, food scan, condensed scan, and even an acupuncture report about which meridian pathways are blocked, which ones are running well too. I will always try to tell you what you do have good going on in the body and not just all, different things that are needing support. But a Zytoscan can empower you to make healthy changes, and maybe a supplement isn't working. Maybe you scan for vitamins because your vitamin isn't working. That happened today with someone. So you just never know what is going to show up on your scan. But it is FDA approved, uses GSR like a lie detector test, and it does recommend oils and supplements. And in 3 months, after you've been on those oils and supplements, 3 months, we do a rescan to check progress because that's 90 days, and Zyto recommends a scan every 90 days. So if you ever feel overwhelmed by conflicting health advice, and the doctor said your blood, urine, and stool look great, but you have ongoing health issues, a Zytoscan can look at the root cause of our cellular issues. So are you ready to see your own results? There is BOGOs going on. So here's a screenshot. 5 pairings automatically qualifies you for free frankincense, boswellic acid complex. If you did say want to buy the top 10 essential oils for the 135 price, if you added 40 PV to that, you would get this free this week. Through Friday, I believe, is this frankincense soft gels. So it's a really great deal. And then let me keep on going. So if you do want a free consultation, you would either scan this code or text me at 919-215-5232 for a free consultation. And we can do it tomorrow, sometime this week, to get a hold of BOGOs, things like that. And let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. But like I said, it's really about you guys. I've had a lot of wins. And I want to make sure that whoever is in a class, looking for support in the holistic world can get that support. We've had so many wins in the past 6 years, or I wouldn't be doing this. I am hosting, like I said, an in-person event on Thursday evening, so you're definitely welcome to come to that. I'm hosting a customer appreciation event in person on the 13th of August. I'm definitely looking for partners all the time for helping take back our world in health. And then let me see, but because you can either create a really small side hustle for yourself, say just pay for your oils, or actually replace your income. So it's super cool. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording so we can get this done.